estates make for wonderful weekend getaways. Here's a weekend away with me at Balanoor Estates in Chikmagalur. Balanoor Coffee Estates are the largest in Chikmagalur in Karnataka. Attached to the coffee estates is also a tea estate. So if you're thinking of going to a tea estate for a weekend in Karnataka, this will be it. The drive to this estate has been absolutely beautiful. Lots of rural scenery, and now the tea estates. Looks like they've all just been watered, and so the sunshine is being captured by the leaves and reflected. It's, the leaves are like glistening in the afternoon sun. There we are. Balanoor office and factory is that way. I'm not sure where the guest house is, so we'll have to ask about that one. Balanoor guest house? I'm really imagining a room sort of right on top of the hill with a beautiful view. I hope that is the case. There's a lot of climbing I'm doing right now. And with no street signs, one is bound to get a little lost. So there was a man on a bike who said, "Follow me," and then disappeared. And I'm supposed to take this mud road. I've already taken it once, but I'm supposed to take it again. So here goes. As you can probably hear from all the rumbling my car is doing, this is a very rough, pebbly, stony mud road. Oh my dear God. And with that, my weekend begins. I can see myself having a good night's sleep over here. Of course, tea estates are known for their wonderful hospitality. I think I'm all set for a relaxing evening, a good night's sleep, and a little adventure tomorrow. A little stroll on this beautiful and crisp morning, and it's breakfast time with the General Manager of Balanoor Estates, Jeevan Belliyappa.
Balanoor Plantations and Industries Limited came to the position of Balanoor Plantation in the year 1937 from Brookbones. We grow here tea, coffee, pepper, arecanut, vanilla and cardamom, and of course timber. And we have a large area under forest to maintain the ecological balance and to preserve the flora and fauna.
So here I am at Balanoor Estate. It's my first visit. If there are things I must see and experience, what would they be?
Well, it's a wonderful picturesque of Balanoor Plantations and the hospitality what we provide to our friends and guests, and definitely not the least, but the quality what we produce in coffee and in tea.
You've, for the most part of your career, you've lived on tea estates, haven't you?
Yeah.
And what would you say about the life on a tea estate?
So you should have a passion for it, otherwise you don't enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Otherwise, people like you will run away.
Will we now? Jeevan talks about his life on the plantation. 800 hectares of it spread across picturesque slopes of the Sahyadri Ranges in the Western Ghats. He mentions the fresh air, the waterfalls, weekend treks, the quiet family life, and more. Time now for some tea tasting. So, does it mean we're going to put the kettle on and taste some tea?
Yes, why not? We shall
okay,
do that.
let's do that. Yeah. Balanoor staff quickly put together 6 different teas, and I'm taken through the tasting experience step by step. Eye-opening, I must say, or at least taste bud testing.
To determine the good quality of city tea, we have to determine the appearance.
Okay.
It should be blacker in appearance.
Okay.
Then we go to infusion. Infusion should be coppery brown like this. And when you infuse, we also nose.
So can I do that with that?
Yes, please. See, when you nose, you'll get to know whether it is high-fired or not. It is a high-fired or not. And we also know if the fermentation and rolling is not proper, also we can make out. You can just sip it
And that was my first real tea tasting session. Time now for other interesting things. Some of the amazing things about time on a tea estate, apart from the beautiful scenery, the lovely plantation walks and tea tasting, are books, are history and hospitality. This particular book, it's a copy actually of an 1871 book by Robert H. Eliot. It's called The Experiences of a Planter. Quite insightful, takes you to another era altogether. Hospitality, well, what have I been eating all morning? Absolutely delicious, melts in your mouth, handmade chocolate. And where am I sitting? Outside a bungalow straight from the 1870s, replete with history and stories of generations. Let's go take a look inside. These walls have stories to tell, as do the lamps, the wooden ceilings, and wall hangings. They seem to belong to hunting times in the colonial era. They take me back to another exciting life from another period. The views, the hospitality, the teas, the window into history, and the fresh air have all made for a wonderful weekend. Time now to drive back home.